I have a target number. He is not built for
Sorry, Cap, just give me 1 second.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, feel
ladies
free.
and gentlemen, just to maintain the quality of the stream, what we're going to do is we're going to stop streaming and I'm going to record the episode and we will upload it to YouTube sometime in the next 2 days. Just to maintain the stream quality, but we are going to keep playing and we will have our 3-hour session. Very sorry about this, guys, but this can't be good on stream. So we're going to record and I will upload and then we will be good to go.
No, it's for those of you who are still paying attention, well, it's probably nobody. Go ahead and end it.
Hang on, I'll tell you when it's done. I'm still going to be recording, so we're still going to keep going. I'm just
right, yeah.
I'm almost at 50% drop frames.
That's a lot. Yeah, you guys were basically frozen.
Yeah. Okay. The stream is off, but we are now recording. So we're good to go.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, Cap.
No, it's okay. All right. Sometimes it happens. So we'll just go on and go. All right. So you had a 25% chance of finding it, and with the 24, you reach back and grab the syringe. Now, he is not built for muscle either. I have a target number in my head. I would like to see you. You're going to have to roll an endurance check. There are no modifiers because it is just not. I'm sorry, strength.
Oh, strength.
Yeah, endurance is your ability to resist something. Okay. The way this is going to play out is straight as you plunge the syringe into his where?
Probably gonna go for his neck.
Okay. Plunging the syringe into the neck at the same time, he stabs forward. And you feel the bite of the blade into your, just below your breast, just into your, right between the two lower ribs there, right underneath your rib cage. You feel the blade bite in. As he starts to stumble, clawing at it, his neck, he pulls the syringe out. You hear a fateful sound, the sound of metal snapping. He pulls the blade up, but it's no blade. It's broken off. And he drops it as he stumbles backwards and lays against there. I need you to give me a medicine check. Just roll your medical, I think is what it's called. Yep, medic.
Well, this might as well happen.
Yeah. One of the problems about using any sedative on someone is knowing what they're allergic to, and since you were kind of putting a concoction together, yeah, he's out. And you can see that his chest is rising and falling in gasps.
Of course he's allergic to it.
Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
You can save him, but you yourself are bleeding.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna save him.
Yep. All right.
Which then would be an EpiPen.
Yep.
And she's gonna call for
calling for help. I'll give you a +2 modifier since you have, skilled trained staff on hand.
What the hell?
Oh.
What is going on with that? Hang on, sorry.
Okay.
Let me redo
That's weird.
Let me redo it. No, I think it's because I did +2. There we go.
Oh shit, yeah. You quickly assess the situation, jump in immediately, and start grabbing folks. Calling out to Paul, who immediately rushes over to your side. He first looks at you and goes, Nara, and he looks to you, and then you kind of went down, And oh God. And so with the staff rushing in to help, it takes a minute or 2 or 3 to kind of get the situation calmed down. But he does appear as though he will survive. But he is, due to the effects of that, currently nicely sedated.
Yeehaw.
Yeet.
She would have given, like, as they're working on him, she'd have been listing out all of the ingredients of what she put into that sedative.
Mm-hmm. Paul kind of looks up. You can see he's got his lip is split, and there's a little butterfly bandage like on part of it. And he goes, "Well, I didn't want him unconscious, but thanks. I guess I know you didn't do it for me, but some way dealing with him. Sit down." And he pushes you down firmly but gently against the
Oh, I'm not
edge of the
resisting at
table.
this point.
Yeah. He immediately grabs his medical kit and starts, makes the incision a bit wider, spreads apart, digs around in there, finds the metal that he needs, pulls it out, puts it on the tray, carefully cleans the wound. Yes, for those of you who are down there cringing, he does have his gloves on. They are a fresh pair.
Oh, thank God.
The tool set was a clean set. He
OSHA
tends
will
to the
not
wound,
be coming
stitches
for
it,
us.
and uses the dermaplast paste to move over the wound, and looks at you and goes, he attacked you?
Knife.
Yeah.
What and you watch as Paul like is holding on to your hands a little bit. It's like, what made him do that?
The same thing that's making everybody else on edge, and I haven't figured out what it is.
I mean, I'm not on edge.
Getting stabbed in the leg.
No, but Paul, have you ever known me to be short with you the way I have been?
No, but I mean, I'm not gonna bring it up. I just thought maybe it was the whole situation is a little tense, so I just wrote it off to that.
Yeah, we can't just write off things like that, unfortunately. There's something going on, and it's not good.
Well, what do you need me to do? As always, I'm at your disposal. And he still has like your hand cupped in his own.
Yeah. I don't even know. There's, like I said, there's something going on, and I have absolutely no idea what to do. We need to try and reach the others.
I'll go over to the engineering and science department and see if we can get somebody on that. Okay?
Yeah.
I found the samples, by the way.
Where were they?
Right where I put them, right where they were at last.
There's something not right. We're going to need all hands on deck.
What's new?
And I don't mean just us.
Okay.
This is a little bit more than I thought we were going to have to deal with. So,
Jack, are you okay, Jack?
I'm not okay. Look at this kitty. I'm sorry. Carry on.
Okay.
I'll mute myself.
Sorry. I just looked over and I was like, Jack looks like they're going to fall apart.
Like, literally crying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause this.
I just love cats so much. Oh,
they're really good.
Okay.
and Paul,
Yes,
no more overtime.
Yes, ma'am. He takes a moment to extract his hands from yours and then starts to leave the room. He stops for a second like he's going to say something, and he says, just take care of that wound.
That's the plan.
And then he departs the room. All right. While all of that is going on, the three of you over here are well underneath the mountain.
Yeah.
A data pad with a different history divergent from your own exists in your hands. Tridima stands over your shoulder, reading carefully. He looks at the picture and he looks back at you all and says, probably the most astute thing that he could ever say. Huh. That picture appears to be a bit like me in the background there.
Oh yeah, you're right. That does kind of look like you.
Hmm.
A little bit. Don't just no. The arms are all wrong. You've got really more of a like ovular shape. That's more of a, I would say, like a square kind of, you know. And the joints are a little off. You've definitely got more definition.
Funny.
I'm just saying.
In regards to humans, you are a true specimen to behold.
That's what they tell me.
By the very definition, mating prospects for you would be quite high.
Well, that's kind of a weird thing to say. but-
However, your powers of observation lack a bit. So, let's just hope that the other parent has the brains.
all I'm
He
getting from
pats you
this,
gently on the arm.
Wow.
all I got from that interaction was that I'm apparently fuckable but not intelligent. I kind of already knew that, so thanks.
Love a man that knows himself.
Quentin's just awkwardly not wanting to be part of this conversation, staring off into the
Okay,
distance.
staring.
Like,
I'm gonna go read this data pad over here. It's really interesting and great.
You
It's
kids
just
have
a rock
fun.
that's flat.
I'm just like,
Swiping. Just to read.
yeah. Awkwardly shrinking off into the background. Like, bye.
Artemis walks over to the panel. The large circular object in the middle of this room, in the cabin of the vessel that you found yourself on. It sits mostly upright, and you see him moving his hands around on the control panel, on the circular parts of this large table. He makes movements, his hands moving quickly and then quicker, and eventually they're a flurry of movement. He steps back, staring at the table, and crosses his arms. I thought that would have worked. Perhaps. Tane,
Yeah.
could you apply percussive maintenance to the table, please?
You want me to hit it?
Yes. With considerable force, if you would mind.
All right, hit it and hit it hard. Sounds good to me. That's it.
Punch the fuck out of that table.
Just walks up and just. I thought maybe you just walk over and give it the old Henry Winkler kick to the jukebox.
Yeah.
One of your kicks on.
She loves you. Okay, I'm
I did
sorry.
it- No, I did it specifically for you because she's being very cuddly. But yeah, goes over and just
Boom.
right in the metaphorical table nards.
Table nards.
nards.
Hashtag table nards.
Hashtag tables nerds.
Hey,
All right.
out there, fans, go out and tweet hashtag table nards.
Hashtag table nards.
So we could know who was paying
Who
attention.
was
here.
watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure enough, with the proper application of point force to the table, there is a whir and a click.
I think that did it. Probably. Unless that's just the sound of it breaking more, which is unfortunate, but you know, did what I was asked, so.
Tridemus walks over to the table once more, stepping up to it. He says, "No, what you've done was perfect."
Alright, first time I've ever heard that.
He moves his hands across the board, the seemingly plain-looking screen, a few cracks in it here and there, and it whirs to life.
Yeah, sexy.
Enough power to operate, or to at least power this on finally. He quickly plants his hand onto the touch screen, and you watch as though, like some sort of technomancy or magic or advanced science beyond what you know, to where it appears almost magical, his fingertips glow slightly. His face, this blank shell of black matte material, blinks. Blinks. Like a giant cursor, just blinks. And then he stops as he takes his hand away. He turns and he looks at Skippy and Quentin and Tane and Jackson and whomever else is there in the room. And he speaks. But it's not Tridemus's voice.
He's tied himself to the fucking shit.
Some funky stuff you're doing there.
This is the last catalog of Dr. Timothy Marshall.
That's the
My project, called the Triumvirate, has finally come to its last phases. Having launched the original two, I now come to the third and final unit. With it, it carries all of our collective knowledge and the attitude and spirit of humanity, patterned after my own thoughts and behavior. I hope to find other civilizations out there that could benefit from the goodwill and good nature that I've been shown, and hopefully the humanitarian acts that I have presented to my own world will expand and help someone in their own. You watch as the face, this blank slate, the metal seems to kind of take form. And as you watch the form, it's an older man, no facial hair. The picture of a slightly younger version of the Timothy Marshall that was watching the ship being sent off for the first FTL trial. This is trial number. Forgotten. That's funny. I don't normally forget these sorts of things. Anyways, I'm recording this and putting it on here as sort of a note to whomever finds him and myself. He's a collective consciousness with the other three. They form kind of a power base, if you will, with ideas and aspects of humanity that we can't really do without, that they are kind of our driving force. Of course, our spirit of competition and always striving to be better than what we want. How we challenge each other to be better. Our spirit of conquest and overcoming the things and that stand in our way, the forces that oppose us and how we sometimes climb to great heights and do what we can in the face of adversity, conquer it. And lastly, here, and you hear kind of a metal, like not metal, but kind of a thump thump. This is the best of us. Always helpful, always looking out for the betterment of everyone. The human spirit, the humanity, the kindness that carries us all on. The part of us that stops when we see someone struggling in the rain, or helps to pick up a grocery, or that idle thing in the back of your head that tosses a few extra coin in the hat of the guy on the corner that says he needs food. It's the spirit of the best of us, the goodness in us all. I don't really have a whole lot left to say, but I think this will be the last trial on this. I'm not feeling myself lately, and I don't have as much energy as I once did. Takes a lot out of a fella making these things. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now. But yep. Oh, I found my notes. Mark 8. That's right. This is trial number Mark 8. There we go. All right, Mark 8. Have a good night. And Tritamis's face doesn't go back to the plane. It keeps the visage of the older man. He looks at his hands, and they flex for a second. He says, "Is this what I am? The aspect of an old man, or the aspect of humanity?"
I think you're a dead guy.
No, I beg to differ with you.
I mean, like, the guy was dead, and then he was a hologram, and now he's you. So, I'm assuming what happens is you're a dead guy. That's my professional opinion, if you will. I mean, hell if I
There
know.
should be an argument in that logic, and yet I find myself questioning whether I should or not.
That was a lot of double negatives, I think. I don't know. It was a little confusing. The point is, pretty sure you're a dead guy. Is all I'm saying.
No, I'm an aspect.
An aspect. So like oh god, no, that's not a good joke. I was gonna say like Homestuck. Tane could not read Homestuck. Yeah.
Are you kidding? By the time we get to where we're at in the storyline, that would be classic literature.
I mean, yeah, but like if he wouldn't read the Odyssey willingly, he wouldn't read Homestuck willingly. Like,
Gotcha.
it's about the same length and about the same level of coherence, so.
How did I get here?
Letting the days go by.
I can't. Oh,
I'm sorry.
How-
No, you're not.
How
I'm
was
not.
it that we became here? Why do I have so many extra bits of knowledge?
I thought
No
you were
knowledge
gonna
of
say arms.
What did you say, Jason? I'm sorry.
But no knowledge of Earth, even though he apparently started there.
But apparently, am I broken?
do you have any
Aren't we
sort
all?
of memory of being damaged, Tridomus? Maybe? Because, I mean,
No.
maybe you don't have any memory of it, but do you self-repair, don't you, Tridomus?
As best as I can, yes. I mean, I'm not an unlimited resource.
Yeah. Hmm. There must be... Maybe there's something blocking it?
We need to get back. I'm worried.
Maybe.
We've been away from the colony for too long.
We still haven't found the captain.
It's true.
Concerns, yes, we haven't.
Maybe if we're lucky, she's found her way back.
Why don't the rest of you go back? I'll look for the captain.
No.
And Jackson will escort you. No words from you. Nope. No. Listen. I'm just
Jackson
saying,
puts
kid.
an arm around Quentin's shoulders. What's wrong? You afraid you're going alone with me?
I just like brush his hand off. No.
Ah!
No.
Bites him.
You break my heart, Quentin.
Thought we was friends.
He looks at you clearly and goes, Quentin, is it because I'm white?
Shut the fuck up.
If I could easily trip Jackson, I would attempt it, but more than likely I'd like go to push him and I would just wouldn't move him.
Sort of kicking his shins like, God damn it.
He goes to push him and it's like, boom.
It's just like fall face, like go to
I
push,
just
hands
did that.
slip.
Your feet like start to slide in the dirt as you're pushing on him. Oi, Tane, what's he doing?
Hey, as far as I know, he does that when he's mad. So,
Oh, look at him, he's angry.
No,
sorry, Quentin. You're going back with Jackson.
no. Throws a tantrum.
Jackson says,
No.
You're all going back. I'm gonna go find the captain.
No, none of us should go alone. That's my thing.
Well, I'm not going alone.
You're not. I
I'm
mean,
gonna take Beth.
okay. I thought he was
Suala.
gonna do like some sort of. I'm bringing these boys with me. I was like,
No, I'm taking Beth and Suala and a couple of the
Okay.
others.
that seems
Oh,
fair.
everybody's in a red shirt.
Everybody who looks expendable yet. Everybody who isn't a cast member currently on the show.
Well, okay. As long as there's more than one going by themselves, I'll agree to going back, I guess.
Yeah, because Jackson's like, look, I may joke around a lot, but I'm not an idiot.
You know, I question it, Jackson. I do.
That hurts my heart. I just want you to know. It hurts. Down deep inside. It really hurts.
At least there's something.
Nice bloke.
I worry for everyone.
I think
It's fine.
Listen, I think you two are gonna get along just fine.
He says, so it's decided you lot are going back with the robot, and me and the rest will go find the captain then. Yep. Right.
Okay.
Glad we could decide that.
Yeah, can we do a thing maybe where if there's like a day of not finding the captain, maybe returning to base?
You got it.
Alright.
He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna.
I promise.
Tane's going to look for the captain, right? Or
No.
has it been No!
You're being cut out.
Jackson and
My own mission.
Jackson and the rest, because he says you're important to. You're the officer.
The man in charge.
He and his
Sorry.
grunts will go and try to find the captain.
There's
You
currently
take
nobody
one.
in security at base.
I will just say
You-
that Tane agrees eventually, but he does put up quite a stink. He is not happy about it.
Quentin and Jackson just talked over Tane. We're like, yeah, you go. No, he's going back, right?
Yeah.
You're
Um,
important. I don't feel very important. I feel
All
like
right.
an idiot since everybody's always like, "Hey, Tony, coldly short, tell us what to do." And then I tell you what to do. I tell you to stay outside the hole, and then you don't stay outside the hole. You come down the hole, and
You
then
went-
suddenly we're all in a bunch of shit because you all came down the hole instead of just staying up again. So what's
Yeah,
it
well,
matter? Because nobody listens to me anyway.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
super glue that knot
you know what's
on that
really
rope
important?
next time.
You know what's really important is to lead by actions. And one of the actions you took was to take off your fucking harness. So
I'm gonna
Just
leave by
gonna
punching
say-
you in the fucking mouth. Is what I'm gonna do.
oh, you wouldn't kiss me in this. You wouldn't punch me in this.
I'm gonna super glue that harness to you next time. I swear. It's the only reason this has happened.
Just
All right.
like soldering it directly to him.
Just like
I'm assuming
a bunch of
command.
big mask.
I'm assuming command of this crew. You're gonna go on back and take care of everyone, right?
Yes.
All right. Yes. So while everybody get outside, I'll be out in a moment. And he watches as the few of them that are there, the few crew that are there leave, and he walks over to you and pulls Q aside because Q's now an honorary Marine with him. He leans in close and he puts his hand on the back of your neck right here
Ah.
and says, "I promise you." No. It's like it's just
It's just like Quentin instantly is like, oh, okay. This is fine.
It's like he goes and he leans in close and he says, "I promise you, brother, if we're gonna give her a day, and if we don't find her, we'll all coming back. All right, get your asses safe and get back home."
You got it. You stay safe out there as well.
Of course. He says, "I've got Beth to lead the way, so we're fine."
Good strong lady in charge. Made good decisions.
Oh yeah.
Make good decisions. Don't talk to
You think I'm gonna make good
strangers.
decisions here? I learned from watching this, Todd.
Before you cross the street.
I
Hold
learned
each
from
other's hands. Go in pairs.
All right, mother. He and the crew suit up and start making their way out. The three of you. Is there anything else you would like to do in this wreckage before you leave?
Trotimus, you can interact with the computer. Can you download all the information on it?
I have already.
I did it while you weren't looking.
Well, no, it's what he was doing when he was groping the screen. was
Mm,
The tongue
good-
sticking
good
out makes
old
it creepy.
technology.
All right.
Oh.
All of the information that they had has been collected.
Is there a way? I know I have the drone. Can I take like a picture of the ship, like
Mhm.
farther back? So just a picture, just to
Yeah.
show everybody that we're not absolutely insane. We found a ship. Found a ship.
Absolutely, you may.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
You take video
Beautiful
imagery
pictures.
proof. All right, what'd you bring us?
Sure.
It's muted, so I don't know.
Oh.
Fuck. I brought you some sandwiches
Sweet.
and some Greek yogurt with chocolate bits
Ooh.
for dessert.
Grogurt.
Grogurt.
Oh God, I don't like that.
And
All right.
I was hoping for pizza, but can't always be lucky.
I have the pizza. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
So sorry.
You all. Was there anything else you wanted to do at the wreckage there? I know you asked about the downloading the information. He said he'd already done that. You grabbed your imagery or your photo image of the ship itself, so to prove you're not all losing your damn minds.
Mm-hmm.
You took some selfies with it.
Yeah, there's just a picture of Quentin like with the ship in the background. Like
Some dusty old dead bodies in the background,
I take a
Tourist-
selfie with the
tourist
skeleton.
selfie.
Like
It's the
Yeah.
tourist selfies in
Didn't
front
wanna
of
do
the
that.
Chicago Bean.
ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
He's like holding up the ship.
It's all this. It's all the Eiffel Tower people. Like
Yeah. Oh my god. That's so cringy.
All right. Then you all pack up what gear you have and you make your way back out. The race of individuals that you had met are nowhere to be seen.
When did we lose them? Because
Are there worms still in the pens?
They are not.
They had like shelters built here.
But you notice that they were not like they were teardowns. They weren't like permanent structures. You get the idea that they are not a civilized race, but more nomadic. Captain,
Meaton.
you have made your way out of the crevasse, and you told your newfound robo buddy to wait.
I'm so stupid.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what are we doing now?
I believe that we should probably go back. We have been gone for some time. I'm not sure that I like leaving this thing here. It worries me.
Yeah, mood.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Do the things that you're supposed to do.
Right. Are we taking this with us, or are we leaving it here?
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Okay. You watch this large snake-like bodied four-armed creature crawling up through the crevice.
nightmares.
It stands up on its on its body, and rises to the full height. A good 10 feet, towering over you all. And it looks at you, the red eyes glowing slightly. Your command.
Just follow us for now. I'll let you know if I need something.
Like a sandwich or something.
It
Okay.
brings one of the hands up and crosses over its chest and says, "As you bid."
I'm just like, I come back crying to the team. I'm so sorry. Well, this is
Fuck
great.
up, fuck
I don't
up.
have any regrets.
It will
Yet.
take the crew of 3 one day. It'll take you a day to get back to your vehicle, and then you'll fly out from there. Captain, it will take you about a day and a half to get back to the colony from where you are. In that time, as you are all moving, and this thing is not right behind you, but it seems to pace you just on the sides of you. Every once in a while, crossing over in front of you. From the full length of it, seems to be roughly, now that you're getting a look at it, it's close to 30 feet long.
That's fucking terrifying.
It's pretty terrifying, yeah. And it moves quick and powerfully.
I have so many regrets.
You see that the shape on its back, that red line that exposes part of it as it moves ahead of you. Dr. Morrison.
Dr. Morris.
Paul is probably gone about 30 minutes. He rushes back in. He's breathless and he's like kind of holding his side. There's no blood. It's just like a stitch in his side. He says, "Doctor, we've got a problem." Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, great. What is it now?
So the work staff, right? The one that Jerry is kind of the lead of. Some of them grew a bit angry and over rights and payments and things like that. And there was a fight that broke out. And because of that, some people were injured. I've tended to those that I could as best I could. But give me just 1 second. Hey, thank you.
Not pretzel bites. I don't have those.
It's a pretzel. Okay, cool. That'll work. Love you. All right. Sorry. I haven't eaten since way early. Today.
You gotta eat, man. You know, enjoy your pretzel.
I
That's
ate
not a
earlier
bite.
today. We can edit this out, right? We can just edit this out.
Yeah, totally.
Edit it in post. It's fine.
Yeah,
Go
edit
live.
all my AFK time. Just like I go for 2 seconds and then I come back with this.
Yeah,
Otherwise, suddenly there's a compilation of AFK time where it's just
I'm
like
not
all of
that
us are
good.
not here.
I'm not
Um,
that good. I'm gonna do basic, like,
Instead of the episode.
lead up shit, and that's what you're gonna get.
Okay, but do you know how to do star wipes? Can you do star wipes?
Oh fuck yeah, we need Star Wars.
We need star wipes.
You can't
Every
make
time
exception to
the
this.
DM says something different to a different person,
It's a Star
we
Wipe,
star wipe.
except it's just the same screen, so it's just like,
yeah, I'm glad we share a vision.
I hate
know,
both
we're
of
so
you.
Creative.
I love the vision.
The
I support
Maddie's
it.
like, you fucking idiot.
No, I support it. Take it.
Thank
Run with it.
Yes, you support it because you don't have to do anything with it.
you.
Ho!
It's fucking genius. We're fucking geniuses. That's the thing. Like, we're really smart.
Atlas, you have a job.
What's my? Yeah, I do. It's called working at a women's fashion store selling bootcut jeans to 40-year-old women.
And really what you want to say is that doesn't look flattering on you, honey.
I mean, yeah, generally.
Was
What's
that-
my other job?
Can you edit this?
As if they have time.
Comedy gold. This is what the audience shows up for. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's fair.
We don't need a gag reel because we are the gag reel.
True.
That's your sweet ass. We are. Goddamn
Beautiful
geniuses is what
pretzel.
we are. Bunch of
Oh,
fucking
I don't know what my hair decided to do there, but fuck it. We'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. Dude, no, you gotta enjoy your pretzel, man.
Eat it.
pretzel, pretzel, pretzel.
Thanks to everyone who puts up with us.
You're welcome.
Saying thank you to everyone and saying you're welcome to everyone at the same exact time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the
Oh,
correct
th-
thing to
you
do.
know
Shoot
that-
him in the butt.
listen, I'm the star of this show, and we all know it.
Just Atlas things.
Just
You're
kidding.
not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just a little supporting cast for Tane.
Tane wakes up at the end and everything was a fucking dream. Nobody existed.
No.
Nobody existed. Say bye to Quentin. Sorry.
Oh no, not my dream boy.
Not my dream
I
boyfriend.
was just going to say, you pan back, and it's just a young Tane playing with the 2 toy sets he had, which is all like these space action figures.
Aww.
That's
Aw.
really cute and also
Today
really
on
fucking
Depressed
sad.
in the
Isn't
Void.
that like the Lego movie?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Where were we? I'm so confused now. We've come so far from the.
the fucking Lego movie.
But isn't it? Isn't
Was
like
I doing
It
something?
totally is. And
Where
then
were we
what
at?
Yeah,
else?
you were walking.
You were
I'm
taking your
walking.
big robo death
You
machine
weren't doing
for a
anything.
walk.
You're walking. Your robo snake boy
Right.
was walking.
Yes. People were dying
Are.
or not dying.
Doctor, they've started fighting about fair shares of work. expectations and things like that. There were several injured. I did my best to try to treat some of them, but we need to get on this quickly. They're at each other's throats. I don't understand what's going on.
I don't either. Okay, we need blood samples from everybody involved in the fight. And where the fuck are all the Marines?
They're trying to quell the situation. Those that are around, of course, that's who was helping me treat some of the people on spot and things like that.
Okay. Get the most serious ones in here. Those who need operations, well, I'm gonna do that immediately.
They can fucking die.
Then pale it.
Do we have any progress updates on whether or not we can get a hold of the fucks who decided to leave the fucking colony?
No, unfortunately.
Don't look so pleased with yourself, Jack.
All of us laugh awkwardly.
Hey, that's
Leaves.
Okay. Then, we'll do what we can.
Alright.
Who started this fight anyway?
It's hard to tell. I was coming back from the engineering area when this all happened.
Alright, I need the head of the workers. Oh god, that means Kim Park.
Oh no.
Our best friend.
Good news. She's part of culture, so she won't be involved in this. It's mostly Jerry.
Okay.
Fucking Jerry.
I'm gonna need Jerry, and I'm gonna need the most severe of the cases, and we'll get this done. Ugh, fucking. I'm gonna
as
beat
though
Tane when he
to-
gets back.
Marines are already starting to cart people in. Looking at just taking a quick glance at everything as they're coming by. Almost everybody, it seems more superficial. There's nothing majorly serious. There's one guy who has a bit of skin laid open, but he will survive.
He will survive.
For the most part, everybody looks as though they're run through the ringer. They're all strung. They look strung out. You would know what strung out looks like. They look strung out. They are immediately put into the different beds, and and the nursing staff and the team starts to treat the people. There is a sound as the door opens one more time, and you watch as the red-leathered skin of Jerry, the head of the counselor who leads up the working crew, walks in. His head, his normal, leathery features looks even more worn and drawn than normal. He comes in clutching his hat. Dr. Morrison, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I didn't mean for this to get out of hand. These guys were just talking, and I said, air your grievances, and the next thing you know, they just started swinging at one another, and I did the best I could to try to break it up, but it's like the devil had gotten a hold of them or something.
Are you okay?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I got out of the scuffle before anything really happened, and like I said, I yelled over. The Marines came, and they busted up, what they could, and we treated them what needed treating, that could get away with it right there on the site, but brought the worst of them here. Luckily, it wasn't too bad, but I don't know what got a hold of them.
Oh, I have an idea, and I don't know how to fix it.
That doesn't.
Mind me asking what it is?
Remember that man? Some of those guys that you said was acting strange?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I have a feeling it has to do with that. And unfortunately, that means I don't know what's causing it yet.
Could it be something airborne, or?
That's what I'm thinking. However, if it's airborne, it's not getting picked up by our filtration systems because I've rarely left my medical bay since we set it up. Everybody's been brought to me. I think I've left it a handful of times, if that. I've been sleeping in my office, especially since they brought the science officer back. So something's either not getting caught in our filtration system, it's something in the food, and it's causing people to act as if they're bipolar. But everybody is on a manic swing.
Well, I mean, I don't feel any different, and I mean, a lot of the council people they're fine. I can't really tell with Miss Park. She's a raging bitch most of the time anyway, so.
Ain't that the truth?
Are you saying that you're feeling the effects of whatever this is?
She's gonna point to Sam, and then lift the side of her shirt where she got stabbed.
For a second, as you start to lift the shirt, oh.
Just-
Are you okay?
shit.
Get a load of this.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm still running high on adrenaline, so my hands are shaking, but I'm fine.
No surgeries right now, okay?
Not if we can help it. But no, I've snapped at my right hand man, and I never snap at Paul, ever, for any reason whatsoever. Sam and Paul had an altercation earlier today because of apparently misplaced samples. And then when I called Sam in to talk to him about it, he decided to get lippy with me, and of course got in my face, and I'm not feeling right. During that time, I wasn't feeling right. I have some manner of control over my emotions right now, but I don't know what's triggering it. It may be a lack of sleep. Everybody's been working really hard, but a lack of sleep wouldn't cause this widespread and consistent of a reaction.
And he rubs his face, and you can hear the hand scraping over the stubble that's there. And he goes, yeah. Should never step foot off that ship. We should never put down on this planet. We've had nothing but one problem after another.
We were expecting this.
We were expecting... I don't know. I'm going to get back to work. See if I can't do something about these fellas. And
Remind everybody that they need to keep a level head. We can't be coming to blows over stuff like this. We've only got so much in the way of supplies, and we can't be depleting them until we figured out a way to make more.
yes, ma'am. The rest of the day passes, thankfully, without any. You climb out of the hole, the three of you, and emerge into the forest. Nothing seems to have changed. It doesn't seem any different. Skippy, you remember the way back to your ship. Tridimus walks with you. You make quick time. It takes you, a few hours to get back. And the ship is still there, and you watch as you come into view the men that you had there.
We had left the men on top of the entranceway doing a...
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's right. Thanks. It's been a while. As you exit from the hole, the men are there for you, and then you all make your way back to the ship. They had... They told you that they'd not had much progress in trying to make headway of anything. They were ready to get back. Something about the forest, even though nothing attacked them, nothing happened, there's just something about it that seemed to be, I don't know, just kind of gave them the willies or the heebie-jeebies, or it seemed unsettling.
A bunch of city boys.
Anyway, Captain, you and your team march without stopping. A diligent walk, you're not hard pressing or running or anything else like that. Just a steady pace. Down out of the mountain rise and onto the flats of the forest. Skippy, you and the rest of the crew and everybody load up into the ship and take off.
Activate the Praetor once we're far enough out.
What's that?
We reactivate the Praetor once we're far enough out.
Yep. You reactivate the Praetor. He looks at you. Was I napping?
Yes.
Sleepy time.
Thank you.
Stevie baby.
Good boy.
As you take off, Captain, not too far from your position, over your right shoulder where the sun would rise, you can see a ship that seems to make a break through the few spots you can see in the trees above you. It seems to be heading back toward the colony. It is your away ship that's making its way back toward the colony.
Everyone's going there at around the same time.
You diligently march, and there's something unsettling about the forest itself. As you were walking, there's just this feeling of something's not right, and you watch as this robotic creature pulls in its patrol closer. As you are marching, it bends down so that its enormous plain face is not too far from your own, and tells you, I do not trust this woods. Let us be to a safe place. There is something unsettling.
Okay.
Can you move no faster?
Can't say that we can at the moment. We
Shall
only have
I
2
carry-
legs. Is it urgent that we go this? Can't we walk?
Shall I help you conquer this place?
Honestly, I'm just gonna look at my team like,
They're looking at you like, you're the one that told it help us conquer.
this is your bed, bitch.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
He's your son now.
Is it really that critical that we move fast?
I worry for your safety.
I mean, unless he's got good intentions right now.
Is there a way we can all be transported by you?
It stops in front of you. Like the massive girth of this thing is just, and it says, are you not able to calculate length?
Well, I just didn't know if it just applied. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Will I look to the team, and I'm like,
it says to you before you look back, understand that I am over 9 meters. I
yeah.
have enough room for all of you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get that clearly now. I look to the team. Do we have any issue being transported by this thing?
They kind of look at one another.
Any complaints?
Oh.
Great. Okay, so let's just get on up there.
It flattens out. You watch as the mostly cylindrical form flattens down, allowing you to climb up onto it before it, goes back into cylindrical form again.
So weird.
Yeah.
Just
Especially
so
since you're
weird.
kind of standing on it.
Yeah.
2 ridges of plates run down either side of its back. They roughly stand off of the back of this thing I'm much better in feet or in inches, but I would say probably about 2 feet off of either side. And they run completely up the back where they kind of fan out and then circle back around. You're kind of standing in between them.
Okay.
And as quick as it's moving, it doesn't. The inertia that it picks up doesn't throw you back. It just seems to carry you off pretty quickly without much in shifting your weight around or making you feel like you're going to slip or fall. It's very, very. There's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it right now. But anyways, very secure, and it moves quickly. And as it picks up pace, you can feel the wind prickling against your skin and biting a little bit. You know you're moving at a pretty good clip, and you watch as this thing, in the time that it would have taken you, another full half of a day. You watch as you emerge from the forest area, and the colony is not too far from your view. The ship, you watch as it sails overhead and starts to put down. As you're looking out of the ship's windows, it puts down. The door opens, and immediately there is a shout, an alarm from the colony as the door opens and you all start to mount out. As you watch this gigantic figure with 4 arms, the chest and head, this faceless thing, emerges from the forest and it rises to its full height. 4 large arms carrying what appear to be some sort of. Actually, no, it doesn't have the weapons on it. Anyways, it's 4 hands empty, but it seems to be moving very quickly.
Do we have communication or anything like that now?
You should know.
All right. Well, before I get fucking killed in whatever weird attack seems to be coming my way, by the side of this, I'm going to communicate with one of the people.
The comms light up for the officers. The captain is apparently back within communication range.
I know this is going to sound really strange, but that giant creature, it's with me. So if we could just not fire anything towards it, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. I'll explain when I get there. Just, it's fine. Thanks. Over.
Wait. Let me make sure that I get this right. You're on a giant monster. Don't shoot.
Yes. Affirmative.
Yeah, affirmative. What are you new as a captain?
Really?
Yeah.
What gives you that impression, Cap?
I don't know. I've been a captain for years, even though I've never been a military person or owned a boat. All right. No, this large thing is coming at the colony quickly. What are you doing? You did have communication from your captain that says, yo, don't shoot. It's just me.
It's just me.
It looks scary as fuck, but it's harmless.
It's really like it's practically my pet, honestly. It has to do whatever I say. It's great.
I mean, I think like normally you'd be suspicious if that like came over the comms, but given that it's Captain Marilyn, it's just like, oh,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
This seems like a thing she would do.
Yeah, this seems right up her alley.
Being a fucking idiot, yeah.
Just be like, oh hey, I adopted this giant snake.
This giant snake boy is now my son. Me,
I'm a proud mother.
proud mom.
At last.
Nara, your captain has finally returned. Apparently on the back of
Beloved
it,
captain.
all snake.
Hello. Are you all gonna greet me or what? Come on.
Quentin's like hiding behind Tane, like
No, no.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the
Pretty-
fuck?
As
God,
V
I
nearly
wish Sam was a
spits
better
out their
shot.
monster. As V nearly spits out their monster.
every single time.
Never fails.
Oh god.
God, I wish I were a better shot, really.
No, I wish Sam was a better shot.
Oh.
Jesus.
Go wake Sam up. Kill me now.
Please,
I am not
can't handle
dealing
this
with
anymore.
whatever the fuck that is.
Locks
You
the
don't have
medical
to,
bay
it's
down.
my thing.
I would like to say that there is an air of interest and a wonder and amazement, but it's more along the lines of, oh God, we're all going to die. There's
Nobody
a
pisses off
giant
the captain.
monster running at us.
How
So, like-
far is it away now?
At this clip this thing is moving, you're probably I'd say you're probably about 15 meters. So you're
Okay.
moving. Yeah, I mean you're moving real quick.
Okay. Well, we can probably slow down now. We don't want to startle anyone.
Of course. And it pulls up its speed, and you watch as it's still far away, but closer now. And would you like to dismount?
I think now would probably be a good idea.
It once again flattens out as best as it can. It's not completely flat, but allowing you to kind of step off and down from the side of this thing.
All right. Try to sort myself out. Straighten my clothes a little.
Not one to stray very far from Tridemus or Praetor. You do notice that Tridemus seemed to have locked his gaze upon this new thing.
I can see its face from here.
You can see its face from here.
God damn it. Artemis, what are the odds that all three of you would wind up in this system?
Well, not impossible. Probable. Unless, of course, there was something that was inexorably drawing us all together, and that would make the chances even slimmer, as we can't avoid whatever it is that seems to be drawing us that way.
Just check your door.
All right, let's go find out what
Jack
this one
has
is.
ghosts. The door is open.
I was like,
No, it's just cats, honestly.
It's your big snake friend. Oh,
Cat.
I see you,
Beautiful.
kitty.
There
like
he
just hiding
is.
in a curtain.
He thinks he's hiding, but he's not.
There
There he goes. Moron. I love
Just
him. Anyway, just a sec.
So, as you are having an existential crisis, or more along the lines of you're tired of putting up with all this shit, is it possible that all of us are still around?
I'm thinking it's probable at this point.
I'm beginning to agree with you.
Brothers.
All right, let's go see what's up with this one.
Yes, lads. He makes his way with you, but he kind of stands a little behind you. You make your way over to the other Marines who are getting their rigging together and their gear, and they make their way towards the security office to check in and let their own leader know that they are safe and returned. And you make your way to the captain, standing next to her new friend. Hello, new friend.
Hey there, Captain.
Nice to see you.
I love how he wouldn't even say anything. He'd just be like, "What the fuck is it?"
I see you found another one.
Well, oh, okay. So okay. So here's what happened. Here's what happened. We kind of accidentally found this blade. We were searching through some ruins of some sort, and well, ta-da! And so what happened was, it wanted me to give it a name, and the name I gave it, well, I just kind of,
Well, I was.
it's not important. What is important is the fact that it's mine now, and it listens to me and it takes my orders. Isn't that right?
It turns its face down to look at you. And then just looks back up and doesn't really say anything. It just...
Yeah, so I'm going to say that was a yes. And as long as I'm directing it, it should be fine. It'll be fine.
Uh-huh. Well, we went out looking for you, and a native species, probably the people that built wherever you found. A crashed NEEC. It is NEEC, isn't it?
NEEC.
Found a crashed NEEC ship from like the 1980s.
Wow.
Yeah, whole alternate history. It's may not be in this right world. I don't know. Found out these guys point one thumb behind me and tried to built on Earth. He's apparently supposed to be everything that's decent in humanity. The one on that other planet was apparently all about competition. This guy's apparently about conquest.
Ah.
I am to aid in conquering this land.
So here's the important part about what happened.
As was my master.
Or excuse me, it was a
I
crash.
may have panicked and said that its directive was to conquer. I don't really know what it's conquering.
The gigantic body and face of this thing look down at you, Captain. Shall I begin here?
No. These guys are with us. They're our allies.
I will not harm them.
Good. So I will be the first to say that mistakes were made, and I have some regrets, and I'm so sorry, but I think I need to get the team together and really talk about this with everyone involved.
No, I'm putting that on your tombstone someday, right?
Pardon?
Epitaph on your tombstone. It's going to say mistakes were made.
If I'm lucky, sooner than later, yes.
Oh,
Let's just.
Here lies Captain Marilyn. Let's just say mistakes.
I never said I was a good captain. I was just a captain. Yes. So
you were the sixth, but you were also the 6 test subjects to see how this went.
they're like, ugh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Just think about it, though. If that's the case, the 5 before you were way worse.
Honestly, I'm improving by all accounts. I think it's time for us to have a little meeting.
We should probably get the doc. She's been hanging around here, so.
Yes, absolutely.
Where shall I go?
I don't think we can fit you inside.
I will wait here.
Please.
You notice that the Tridemus has an actual face now.
What is that about?
Oh, he took the face of his creator. Tane, what was the creator's name?
Oh yeah, Timothy fucking Martin or something like that.
Marshall? I think
Yeah,
it was
Marshall,
Marshall.
that motherfucker. That guy.
That motherfucker.
Man's a giant amongst men, a genius, and he's been
A
revealed.
genius.
Timothy fucking Marshall.
Timothy fucking Marshall.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, if you refer to him as anything other than Timothy fucking Marshall, you're out of the club. We started a club.
We started a club. It requires
Did you start
you
a
to call
club,
it.
Tane?
Well, you guys are in the club. It's a required membership.
All
Yeah.
right.
Anyways.
Cursory membership. Compulsory membership is the one
Yes,
I was looking
yeah,
for.
like that. Whatever that is.
Membership
Great.
does not have its benefits.
Well, I'm bored of this conversation, so I'm going to get everyone together. I think I have bigger things on my mind right now, which is that fucking thing back there. So let's okay, I turn to this giant creature. You stay right where you are. If I need you, I'll come back, okay? Just don't do anything. Don't get any ideas, okay? Just stay where you are. Don't hurt anyone.
You
Oh,
watch
and
as it
Marilyn wonders
coils.
why nobody listens to her.
It coils into a large, and then slumps down so that it's sitting on its lower two arms, just waiting.
Oh,
That's great.
give
Fantastic.
it a cookie.
Okay, I go inside now. I'm gonna communicate through comms that everybody should meet me at. I don't know, like where's a
Your room. Slumber party.
slumber party in my room.
Sure, that's how that's gonna go.
No. Bridge? In the... You can go to.
Yeah, sure. It's the command center.
Sure, let's go there. Yeah, that's what captains do. Easy. Okay, so
Yeah, that's what kept.
this is just like my.
Marilyn is like.
I feel I have made a terrible mistake.
First of all, let me start off by
You know
saying
what?
I'm sorry.
This,
Second,
you
sorry.
chose this, Cap. Okay.
I did. I rocked it for myself.
Yes, you made your bed.
This is fun.
Okay, so I'm gonna say over comms. All right, team, I need all of you on the bridge immediately, and I expect to have updates from everyone as you arrive. Thank you.
I'm sure the crew does not resist. Everyone shows up.
Connie is firmly against going enough. Yeah, no.
Quentin's just like pulling him by the sleeve.
We have to.
As you're all gathering, the last of you making your way onto the bridge, you look behind you to see a small cadre of people led by the ever lovely personality holder, Mrs. Park, making her way towards you all as though to be a part of this meeting.
Get out.
Ha! You're not the captain here.
And you're not part of the crew. Get the fuck out of the bridge, bitch.
I'm sorry. Oh. Yes.
Am I in here yet?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is Marilyn's first realization that something's not right in the colony.
Yep.
I have never seen her talk like that to
Oh, hell, it's no
anyone
surprise.
like
I
that.
used to babysit for her.
Sorry, I cut you off, Cap. You were gonna say something?
No, go ahead.
All right. Nara, watch your attitude.
Oh.
That's Badlin.
That's Padlin.
That's Badlin.
I don't. want to argue about it now. I'll address it later. Mrs. Park, hello. Nice to see you again, I guess.
Explain this thing out here on the lawn. This giant creature of
On the lawn.
It's ruining the property value.
I don't think I'm really. Wait, what is she? Who is she again? What is she responsible for?
She's in charge of agriculture.
Not agriculture, just like culture.
Oh,
Like,
she's in charge
culture.
of culture.
Yeah.
Like,
He's the party planner.
if you had
He's
to
a
name,
social sciences major.
if you had to name somebody who
Oh.
was dispensable in this crew right now, her and hers would be on the top of the fucking list.
Oh, sure. Cut the arts. I get it.
He's like anthropologist meets like BuzzFeed journalist.
The drama.
Oh God. Okay. Well, when you put it like that, Mrs. Park, at this time, information regarding that creature outside is classified, and I need you to leave the bridge right
And she fluffs away.
now.
Her sycophants following closely behind, all of them prattling about how unjustly she's being treated and how she should be a part of this. Besides, it's not a military installation anyways. It's now a colony installation.
Tweet about it,
Three.
Mrs. Park. Tweet about it.
She's gonna make her own burn book. We're gonna have issues now.
Captain,
Okay.
just before you start debriefing us, what the fuck is that?
Exactly what I'm here to address.
And why the
first of
fuck
all-
does that thing have a face now?
Oh,
And where the fuck have you people been for the last fucking week?
Well, it's actually like been 3 days or 2 days.
It feels like forever to her, I'm sure.
There was a hole, and we went into the
Yeah.
hole, and now we're out of the hole. So that's what happened. Yeah.
I love how simple and succinct that was. There was a hole.
I mean,
We went in the hole. We came out of the hole. Ta-da!
that's what happened.
Forgot about the aliens being in the hole.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there were aliens in the hole. Also a giant worm. Not that worm, a different worm.
a
Multiple
ship.
worms.
There's
Yeah, in a
multiple
ship.
worms.
The station,
There's
whatever it
multiple
was.
worms and a ship. So yeah, that's really the lowdown. About all you need.
Is everyone
that a mission
alright?
report? Do I have to file that?
No.
Yes, you have to file it. We've been over this before. You do have to type up a report for every.
Oh god damn it. Quentin, can you do that, please?
I can help, but I'm not doing all of it.
Okay, you're not at liberty to delegate your work to other disciplines.
No, I can. No, I have time. I can help. It's fine.
Yeah, but the keys
No,
are
I'm
all
telling
there.
him,
It's
okay,
all-
everyone stop talking right now. You're going to do your work for once. You are not going to bail him out for once. And you're going to watch your fucking attitude, Miss Nara.
Woo!
Oh,
The captain's
shit.
being affected by
Alright.
whatever's going on here.
No,
I'm just under a lot of stress, okay?
no.
Just
Things,
very stressed. Okay.
Captain, no, things are not okay. Nain is not getting better despite everything I've been attempting to do. There is some sort of airborne pathogen that is making everybody suffer from bipolar disorder, including myself.
Well,
Miss
That
Park
doesn't
has
seem
been
angry.
riding my ass for the past 3 days.
I will make sure she does none of
I
that. from then
stabbed
on.
one of my medical
right.
officers.
You stabbed one of your medical
What?
officers?
What?
He stabbed me back, but
Oh, okay.
There
What
was
are you
damage
talking
and I
about?
wasn't here for it.
he got into a fist fight with Paul. Sam. You know Sam.
I don't think I want to know Sam.
No, he's usually really nice guy. He's actually done your physical, Captain, at one point or another when I was busy. He and Paul got into it, and this is what I mean about this airborne pathogen making everybody seem weird. I don't even know if it's airborne. I just know it's something, and it's not good, and it's affecting a lot of people in very strange ways. And I really wish I was high right now, because then I could actually fucking deal with half this shit.
Cap,
Planet, I'm sober. It sucks.
still got the journal the captain of that other ship wrote, didn't we?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have a data pad.
I pull it out, the handwritten when I pull it out and flip open, because he talks about that affecting his people, didn't he?
Yep.
Does that look familiar?
You quickly read over the description that's written there in hand, quickly written in this handwriting, and a lot of what is being said mirrors the exact effects of what you've been seeing over the last day or so.
Wait a minute. Captain Maryland, when did you find that thing?
About how many days? 3 days?
No, just 2.
2 days?
Mm-hmm.
About 2 days ago.
When did it start talking to you?
Immediately.
Right away. Why? You gonna fill me in?
I got a hypothesis, and it's not good.
Okay.
So
Need you to
I'm gonna
run.
hold on to my hypothesis, and I'm gonna let you tell us what the fuck that thing is. And then I'll know if my hypothesis has any sort of merit to it or not.
Well, obviously it's an alien creature that just, resembles the things that we saw. But, okay, well, it's, I didn't take any notes. Help.
It's from
You named it.
I
in a
named it,
temple?
I found it in a temple, and I named it Apophis because, well,
Yes, that seems appropriate.
because it looks like a snake. That was just my first thought.
And
And you know how I am.
yeah,
And
and what does Apophis mean?
well, it's like a god of chaos, really. And I thought it would be so symbolic, haha. But I didn't think that I had to give it a directive or anything. And then it asked me what I wanted, and I panicked, and I said to conquer. And then apparently I'm its new master.
Ta-da!
So, Captain Maryland, would you like to know what my hypothesis is?
Yes?
That thing you woke up is the reason everybody's so fucking on edge. And we didn't even know it was awake. It was affecting us before we even knew it existed. Mild-mannered people who would normally let things slide and use their words to resolve conflicts are resorting to violence. Shit, I stabbed Sam!
No
Sam
one
was
that was out looking for the
over to the other
captain was
planet.
affected, though.
I
Say that
mean,
again.
So nobody that Skippy points out, nobody that was out looking for the captain has been affected so far.
It's true.
Thing.
I mean, realistically, wouldn't it be me that would be acting strangely first?
Well, you're certainly more assertive than you normally are.
It's a good confidence boost.
I just feel like I've
Must have been
let
cold
things
my shadow.
let things go for too long.
Emotional support worm.
Emotional support worm.
It's your service dog or your service
Yeah,
pet.
my service worm.
Service snake?
Service snake.
Remember,
Service
Tyler,
noodle.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying. That's cool.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right. F.
you...
F. True gamer funeral.
What happened with this... Whatever happened with whoever this captain was, and she kind of holds up the book, this is exactly what's happening here. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of glad there weren't more Marines here, because the Lord knows what would have happened. You'd have come back to a place entirely taken over by Marines, who have way too much testosterone for their own damn good.
Hey, some of us are smart. I'm not including myself in that, but
Like, not me, but like some people.
like I get it. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's funny, haha. But yeah, there's some pretty fucking smart Marines. We'd be fine. We usually are.
You're not an idiot.
Generally, parties get a little wild,
It's
but
just
you know,
like in
not
a
gonna
corner,
touch
like-
base on that.
Tane, that's not what I meant.
Right. Anyways.
Well, I mean, I didn't know what choice I had. I didn't know if it was going to kill us or what.
It's true. All of you, your whole party came back, right? Except for one, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
There is one that was not.
Oh, the spikes, unfortunately.
Whoops.
Yeah. Perished.
Perish.
He perished.
He perished.
Marilyn says it exactly like that, and everyone is vaguely
Yes,
uncomfortable.
He perished. We'll
Where
have a
the-
prayer circle later.
Where the fuck
A
is my
prayer
scalpel?
Circle.
Mm,
Broken
I-
off in you.
I
God.
think if everybody's getting angry, maybe weapons or anything sharp should be removed.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Planet's got dangerous predators, though. I don't know how restricted we want the weapons to be.
I think we
Well,
want to have a
I mean,
very
yeah,
small
right.
group of people with access to weapons.
Is there any way that you can give that thing a new directive?
protect? Maybe?
I don't know. We can ask.
Because if my hypothesis is right, and you told it to conquer, that means that people are taking this conquer and the competition between each other too far. Disagreements are coming to blows.
Should have already been set up for conquest, though, according to what we found out, what Tridemus found out.
But it was dormant until the captain walked into the temple. Which means that it wasn't affecting anybody until the captain woke it up.
Whoops.
See, Tridemus remembered his name when we found him. This thing didn't remember its name.
Where is Tridemus, by the way?
It was
Right
damaged.
there.
too.
It's right there because you said, "Why does that thing have a face?"
Okay. Tridemus,
Yes.
what is that outside, curled up in on itself?
A friend.
I'm not entirely sure.
What do you think it is?
One of the aspects of humanity that Dr. Marshall worked on, according to the records and data that I have, and absconded from the ship that we found, or the vessel that we found.
Sorry, remind me. What does Uridan?
Yeah, Uridan.
Which one was that?
That's the other one was Paulus,
Yeah,
the one that talked about competition and things like that.
Paulus
And-
was the one for competition.
Right.
Okay.
But you get the idea from what you saw that it wasn't like it's a competitive nature, but it's not the toxic competitiveness that people have. It's the working together to push to be better.
No. It wasn't that Earth's toxic competitiveness. We had a Holocaust.
True.
Well, this sucks.
Oof.
Tridemus says, if what we found on the other planet was Polis, and I remember the name, then if it is truly another aspect, then it would be Uridan.
And what aspect was Uradan?
The the nature of humanity to conquer and to overcome and to find problems and quickly surmount them. The ever persistent nature of humanity to constantly strive to
Kill?
no, not necessarily kill, just overcome. However that's twisted is totally up to those who, I guess, drive that factor, because I can overcome an issue by finding an answer to it and a solution. I have then conquered the problem. Or I can conquer a people by what the fuck are you doing, Atlas? Sorry.
I'm just having a nice, relaxing time.
Or I guess you could say that one could conquer another individual group of people and thereby overcoming a problem that you might perceive as, okay, yes, I can see how that would be bad.
Atlas, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my boot are having a moment. Just fucking leave
Okay.
us.
No, I'm just question.
Yeah, how could you?
Those boots are kind of sexy, though. I mean, you know,
Mhm.
I couldn't resist.
Those boots made for walking?
What are you? Made of fucking Play-Doh? Like,
Like, that was kind of a bendy move there.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
more or less.
Michael used to be able to do that.
It's made of pipe cleaners.
I'm scaroused.
Made of pipe cleaner, flannels, and lesbian power.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's true.
I'm very fun.
All right.
All right. Okay. So if its directive was primarily to conquer and overcome,
Well, that's the thing, though. It wouldn't be programmed to do that. It would simply be an aspect of that. It would carry it within its nature. And see, that would. Oh, wait, I can see how that can be read as a bad thing, because if it's spreading the idea of conquering around. Yes, okay.
okay.
Good work. A+. Good work, buddy.
Please tell me I can undo this fucking stupid thing that I did.
Is there a reset button?
I don't know. Imagine that you had spent a millennia as an idea. You were aware that you were an idea, and that your very existence was buoyed by the idea that others had. How would you undo your idea? How would you undo yourself? An idea can't be unmade once it's made, correct?
I mean,
Not
But it
true, but
became-
the solution is not good.
I'm just gonna be here
Yes,
eating
but
yogurt.
Everything that ever had the idea is dead.
Yup.
Forgotten.
I was thinking of adapting, but like, you do you, girl.
But no, genocide is also an option, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, go off, I guess.
That's fine.
Kill everyone. It's fine. Whatever.
I mean, to
Don't
be
start
fair,
over.
the Romans
It's
weren't
just
even
Nara
like
in
massacred
her
or
office
anything.
working on a way to wipe out everybody.
Hi.
I mean, like, okay, but I do want to genuinely say, like, from a historical perspective, there's a number of things created by ancient civilizations that we still don't understand entirely. Like, I mean,
True.
Roman concrete is a great example. Like, they've only recently started to be able to understand how they made concrete in Rome and how they made it so like strong and incredible.
How did the Mayans shape stones in the manner that they did to where they fit so perfectly together that their structure still
Right.
stands today? There is a lot that we don't understand, but it doesn't unmake the idea that it's there.
I guess
Mhm.
that's true. The concept itself remains.
Right. I mean, those we may not understand them, but that does not mean that they did not exist. So it's now a thing of, once that idea is out there, how do you undo it?
We can
You don't
ad-
undo it.
Right.
as the captain said, perhaps altering it.
Rodimus,
Yes.
it said that you were basically the concept of like helpfulness and all that's good in humanity, right?
That's from what I understand. Yes, that's the idea behind me was.
So if conquest is causing this aggression, could you counteract that in some way? Make it more helpful, to a more positive direction.
I don't know that I could overcome it, but I could probably provide a balance to it. I mean,
Let's try that until the other one of you shows up, because I think all three of you is coming.
Balance is good. Balance is better than what we have right now.
true.
I would just
True.
like to stop being so angry.
Well, that's been going on since like the ship, so.
I
I mean, you weren't stabbed,
Shots
but I mean,
fired.
that's an escalation, I'll give you, but
said across her nose, not up it.
Wow.
To be fair, okay. To be fair, her being angry doesn't even exist anymore because it was part of the simulation.
You cut out a little bit. Sorry.
Her being angry on the ship doesn't even exist anymore
That's true.
because it was all
That's
part
true.
of the simulations.
It's true. We wouldn't remember that.
All right. She was overly zealous about your health, but not angry at you all.
Mm-hmm.
Tridimus says,
How is
I can probably try to do something in the end to alleviate some of the onset of anger that you have. But I don't know what the extent of the power that he is pulling out. If it is unbridled and he is pouring every bit of it out of there, then I would have to do the same. The problem is it's how do you measure or quantify an aspect of humanity? You really can't, can you?
No.
Well, I mean, when I took anger management classes in middle school, they'd give me a little chat that said, how mad are you, 1 through 15, and there were little pictures of teddy bears on it. Usually around the 10 to 11 mark.
You
Sometimes
never
like
seem to stop fascinating me. How rudimentary the idea is, and yet how profound.
of teddy bears.
No, but a gauge of how angry someone is. Find those who seem to be the most agitated and treat them appropriately. Using a method not unlike your anger management, telling them to channel and funnel it into other moods. Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, hell. if me or some of my buddies got hit with this fucking disease or whatever, we probably wouldn't even notice. We've been managing this ship for years.
No, Tani, I think you would notice it. Whenever you have outbursts, it comes with a sense of satisfaction, like you have conquered or vanquished that which was opposing you.
That's a lot of fancy ass words, but to be entirely frank with you, Miss Dr. Morrison, that's not really what it feels like. If anything, I don't really get a lot of relief from it. It's mostly just, get pissed off and just keep getting pissed off until I can talk myself down. I mean, there's not really, I don't know, maybe I'm just going on and on, but that's the real thing, is I don't really feel like there's any way to get rid of it, feel good or satisfied about it. You just kind of gotta deal with it while it's there. And I found out a while ago that getting into fights isn't any good way to take care of it, but it's how it feels a little less frustrating, I guess. Anyways, y'all were talking about gauges and shit like that.
Wait. I'm not sure if this could be the problem, but I know that creature outside. It's damaged. I'm wondering if we repair it, if there would be a better way to figure out exactly what it's capable of, and if we can work with it somehow. I don't know. It could be just acting outside of its, you know.
Rhythimus looks at you curiously, his Timothy fucking Marshall face turned to the side. You say that it was damaged?
Mm-hmm. When we came upon it, it was damaged in its side part.
I wonder if he'll let me close enough to see if I can fix it or find out what's wrong with it.
I'm sure if I come, it will allow you.
And then let us.
Okay.
No, don't. The CDC said it's unsafe.
As you
Fuck the CDC.
As you turn to leave, there is the sound of a loud pop outside. And then screams.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You open the door to see smoke rising and fire burning from one of the buildings.
Whoa.
The good news is that Uradan, Apophos, is still sitting where he was.
He did not have anything to do with
A good
However,
boy.
as you all rush to try to figure out what's going on, you with Tritimus trying to see if maybe you can repair him, and the rest of the team responding in whatever way they're going to. We're going to go ahead and end it for the night. Because I like this. I would love to thank Maddie, who is not only our host for this beautiful Nara. I'm going to stab a mother with a scalpel and a needle. Dr. Callan Morrison. We had Dr. Callan Morrison, and then we had Captain Marilyn being played by our own Jack. I can't help it. I just cry when there's cats on screen.
Literally, you guys. Don't
Our
understand.
navigator Quentin, played by V. Wait, I'm taking a drink. Don't say anything.
Give me a breath.
Our Marine, played by Tane Watch Me Bend, Atlas,
Watch me bend.
and Stretch,
sticking
and
it out really
50.
Atlas Stretch Armstrong.
Atlas,
Honestly.
strong, and then the long-suffering and silent, shaking his head and everything, going, "What did I agree to play?" Jason playing Skippy. Thank you all. It's been an absolute pleasure and a joy, and we will see what next week brings. Tune in when we are back with Alone in the Void next Wednesday. And then on Monday, we will be back with Foundations of Adelar. So tune in. Until next time, take care of yourselves and keep on trucking, Space Cowboys.